Today's video is going to be a little bit different to what I would normally do. So over the Christmas and New Year period, I was faced with a couple of things. So you're seeing family and friends that you might not have seen in a while, and as always the topic of pregnancy and why haven't you had a baby yet, that sort of thing tends to get thrown around. And it made me really think, because some of the responses that I got from people when I told them that we were going through IVF were kind of strange, to be honest. I know it's a topic that some people don't really talk about very frequently, and they might not know much about it and that sort of thing. So I put it out there on an IVF forum that I'm a member of and just asked some of the girls on there, what are the worst responses that you've got from people when you told them that you're going through IVF? And a lot of the girls were saying that most of the comments that they received from close families and friends were quite rude, which came as a bit of a shock to me. I found that most of my family sort of, I guess, handled it pretty well. We haven't really gone into too much detail with a lot of people because I don't really want to get into it too much with them, and I'm sort of basically just telling them the little bit that I think they need to know. I don't think they need to know the whole story. I don't want people really knowing about when we're starting our first cycle and like when I'm having egg pickup and all of that sort of thing. I just don't want everyone to know all the details, so we sort of have been just giving them the details that we think they need to know. But overall, I thought that my friends and family that I have told handled the situation quite well, and I had responses that were pretty good. However, a lot of other people have found that the responses that they got were really not very nice, and quite frankly were just downright rude or mean. So I've compiled a list of the 10 worst things you could possibly say to someone that's going through IVF or that's finding it difficult to conceive. Now, I had 3 pages of possible comments that I had to sift through, and I came up with 10 of the worst. But trust me, like, it was really hard because there were a lot of nasty comments here. These 10 comments were ones that a lot of girls had written, so I had them multiple times. So I figured that these are probably the ones that get used most often. So let's get started. Do you think you just aren't meant to have kids? You could always adopt or sponsor a child. Yeah, because adoption's so easy and there's kids lining up down the street to be adopted, right? You're probably just trying too hard. Go on a holiday, relax, stop thinking about it, and it will happen. A holiday. Yeah, after years of IVF, I have all this extra money. That's right, when you're on holidays, your sperm count increases and your ovaries start working, right? You know, it could be a sign you're not with the right person. You can't be serious, right? Why would you spend so much money making a baby when all they do when they're here is drain your wallet anyway? Did you ever think you should just keep your opinion to yourself? Oh, IVF, that's so exciting. You guys are doing it so you can make one of those designer babies, right? It's so new you'd be the type to do that. Yeah, because I really want to spend all this money to make sure I have that blonde-haired, blue-eyed kid that I really want. I think IVF is a money-making scam. Are you serious? Maybe you're being spared from having like a sick child or a disabled baby. So having a child with a disability is the end of the world? Are you sure you're having sex at the right time? You should use those urine predictor thingies. Really? Because in the 3 years of trying to conceive naturally, we never considered using ovulation predictor tests or basal body temperature. You should really be thankful and appreciate what you do have. Yeah, I really should be thankful and appreciate the fact that I do have friends like you. Do you want my kids instead? They are driving me crazy. Seriously, don't tempt me because I will steal your baby. So as you girls can see, some of these comments can be quite nasty and can really hurt your feelings. To be honest, I think the people making these remarks probably don't realise the impact of their words, and they're trying to make you feel better but inadvertently really hurting your feelings. I think a lot of people don't understand the journey or the impact that being infertile and having to go through IVF has on your life. I think a lot of the time they hear, oh, IVF, that's great, you're going to have a baby, not realising really the full implications of IVF. So not only the fact that you're spending such a substantial amount of money trying to have this baby with no guarantee that it's actually going to work. And a lot of people think that IVF is a quick fix, but it's not. Like, some women will be trying to conceive naturally for years, then they go on to IVF where they're then trying to conceive through IVF for a number of years. It doesn't always work for everybody, and you know, it can lead to marriage breakdowns and to depression and anxiety and everything that comes along with that. And I think a lot of people sort of just brush it off as a quick, easy fix, when it's really not. It's such a long journey that has an impact on your whole life, like your emotions, financial, like your relationships with family, with friends, with even with your partner. And I think that's something that a lot of people probably don't talk about, and I think that it needs to be out there a little bit more. Overall, I just hope that this video highlights to everybody the impact of their words, especially on people that are going through such a difficult time in their lives. Maybe it'll change the way you respond to a question next time, or the way you handle a comment like this. Okay, that's all I've got for you guys this week, so stay tuned for next week. Fingers crossed by then AF has arrived and I'll have some more updates for you. Thanks, bye!